Hello there. What is going on, everybody? We've got Mandalorian Super Commandos to talk about for Star Wars Legion, and this is going to be a big one. So if you are not prepared, make sure you're sitting down, strap in, buckle up, and we're going to be talking about these guys. First, real quick, two quick admin notes. If you're new here, we are giving away a Shadow Collective core set in the form of a $70 Amazon gift card. If you want to enter to win that, you just have to be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. Also, make sure you check out our wonderful sponsor today, Luxury Playstyle. There are going to be links down in the description below. You can get amazing full metal tokens for Star Wars Legion. They're absolutely fantastic. They're heavy. They're beautiful. They're double-sided. If you save 15% by using code Crabbok VIP, orders that use that code are going to be able to get a free Crabbok lightsaber nunchuck token if they spend $35 or more in the store. So definitely head over there, check it out. Don't forget that code, save 15%. Amazing tokens. You're going to love them. Definitely check them out. All right, so Rook Kast and the rest of the Mandalorian Super Commandos were spoiled yesterday in an article by Atomic Mass Games. I believe this one was also written by our own LJ Pena. So thanks, LJ, for helping bring this all to us, and it's very exciting. So first off, let's talk about the actual unit card. Incredible. They do have the Darth Maul symbol at the top left, and of course the two gray dots appear to just mean that it is factionless. And that's, you know, and it's weird that there's two of them, because in other cases you see two with specific factions or four with specific factions. I'm not really sure why there's two gray dots instead of just one gray dot. Maybe it's a colon. I don't know. But that's apparently what the symbol is on the top left. Now, there's 75 points, which might not sound like that much, but if you look at the unit size, they're only getting 3. They're only getting 3 in the base unit. So it's again, Mandalorians tend to be expensive, and once we see these guys in all the different things, they're going to be pushing, you know, 130 points or more after we get everything assigned to them. I mean, you could go much higher. I speculate you could probably get to like 150 before everything's said and done. But yeah. Okay, so we've got some interesting stuff. So first off, they have red defense die, as we could expect. Courage 2, health 1. Defensive Surge. Defensive Surge with a red defense die and impervious and defense. Oh, very hard to kill, right? They seem very hard to kill. Speed 3. Very easy for them to move. Range 2 and range 3 weapon, which is something, and a decent melee. Two black dice in melee. So if nothing else, you're looking at 6 dice in melee, or 6 dice at range 2, 6 dice at range 3. 2 black at range 2, 6 black at range 2, 3 black and 3 white at range 3. So pretty good offense. And now that's before we add a heavy. They also are going to start with an aim if you don't give them an order token. And they're not going to want an order token. They're going to want to be pulled from the pile, which is very interesting. So they have impervious, they have defend 1, free dodge if they're issued an order. So and this is interesting because defend 1 is kind of counter with aim 1, right? Or independent aim 1, because like, oh, if I issue them an order, they'll gain a dodge token. If I don't issue them an order, they'll gain an aim token. So like, do you want them holding an objective? Then you might want to issue them an order. If you don't, you know, then pull from the pile and let them go attack and go crazy. At speed 3, they should be able to move, get into range 2, and then attack, you know, in a single action. They have jump 2, so they can be hiding behind giant terrain and just be like, boom, here we are, we're in your face, boom. And then next turn, we're going to need an order issued to us so we can get that dodge token. Very impressive. And they're courage 2 on top of all things. So as expensive special forces tend to be. Now, as for upgrades, we've got a heavy weapon, we've got training, we've got comms, we've got equipment, we've got grenades, and of course a weapon. So let's look at some of the other spoilers that we got in this pretty groovy spoiler article. First off, Superior Commando Combat Shields, 10 points. Okay, we're up to 10 more points on these guys. They're gonna gain shielded 2. That's gonna be actually really, really important. Now you don't gain generator and stuff like that with all of this. So like once they're gone. But that's like 2. Look, I like it. I like it. It's you know, you're going to need all the help you can get, I think. And, you know, you don't want to just rely on your red dice with defensive surge. forever because they will eventually fail you. So all the guarantees you can get is going to be huge. And then, of course, they have their long-range jetpack rocket, which is kind of cool, but it doesn't. It's range 4. It's only range 4, right? So you can't do it. You can't shoot them at range 3. The impact, which is interesting. I guess that's just a limitation, right? But then again, this isn't the first time we've seen Mandalorians with jetpack rockets. It's the long-range blast, which is going to be good since it's only one die. But again, this is a weapon, so every mini can fire this, right? So if you use this, then you might have 3 or even 4 red dice coming out. So think of it that way. Since this weapon, this is going to get multiplied based on what's on the weapon. So you're going to gain critical 4, impact 4. So it could be one really good shot against vehicles. And I like that. You do this when you're getting set up, getting ready to move in, right? Pretty cool. Pretty cool. But it says once per game shot. It's got the X on there, just like emergency transponder. Now, emergency transponder is really cool because this one is not restricted to the Mandalorian Super Commandos. This one can go on anyone. And this is now going to be like the new default comm. Like maybe the best comm in the game right now because, whoo, it's so good. When you activate, if you are activated with an order from the order pool, gain an aim token, gain a dodge token, or remove a suppression token. That's so good. That's so good. I absolutely love this. And the flexibility it gives you is great. The point cost is only 4. That's great. It's only once per game, but it's in a slot that you don't always have something in that slot. So I like that as well. Very exciting. And we've got 4 heavies. 4 heavies, and they're all expensive, pretty much. We'll start from Rook Kast, of course, over here being the most expensive at 35. So 24, 30, 30, and 35 points. We'll start with the Mandalorian Super Commando, which is basically like your personnel, but it's a little bit different. And it's just an extra regular unit. No special weapon on this one. It's just going to use the regular 2 dice that they would have normally. But it does give you Cash Surge 2. So now you have some offensive surge, which is pretty cool. I kind of like that. For the point cost, again, these guys are going to become expensive. I like the Cash Surge too. You've also got a Super Commando Gunslinger, who now has 4 dice at range 2. Special weapons got 4 dice at range 2. Really very cool. You've got you gain lethal 1. You can spend an aim to gain Pierce 1, and that's honestly going to be super important. First off, not only are you getting 2 extra dice, you're going to probably this is probably going to work on somebody who wants to maybe take an aim and shoot, or get an aim from someone else with like electro binoculars or something like that, and shoot, because if you have 2 white in there, you're going to probably want to reroll. For all the other dice you're going to have, you're going to need at least an aim to reroll. But having Pierce 1 is really good, especially when you just need to do that. So the Gunslinger is cool. Plus, if nothing else, you're just getting extra dice. You've got a Marksman who has a range 3 attack who gets an extra die, and at range 3 it's actually an extra red. So he's got looking red, black, and white at 30 points also. And he gives you precise. So when you spend the aim token, you can re-roll 1 additional die. I kind of like this one a little bit better for most purposes. First off, you're getting better range, and you're probably going to have like aims. Aims are going to be kind of like pretty easy to get. And so I don't think that'll be a problem. In fact, I mean, you could even go so far as to put targeting scopes on these guys too, and then you'll have precise 2, and then you have some crazy stuff. Like that could be a really fun way to run these guys. It's worth considering, but I think if you do that, if you do the targeting scopes, you're gonna miss out on being able to take the shields, which might be fine if you're staying at long range. If you're staying at range 3, that could definitely be an option. I think it's worth considering. But I think a lot of builds will want the shields, especially if you plan on getting the range 2. I think if you bring the Super Commando Marksman, you're probably going to be a longer range one. You'll probably be staying at range 3 a little bit more behind barricades and stuff like that, so you could probably survive without the shields. Gosh, you're going to really need that AA5 for the medic, though, won't you? Okay, and then we've got Rook Kast over here at 35 points. First off, Rook Kast has 2 health, so you gain an extra HP for your unit, which is very important. Your Rook Kast has a range 1 to 2 attack of 2 red and 2 white. So really good attack for a heavy. It's also a leader. So she'll be the leader. So she's, of course, that means you're going to lose the other guys first, and then she'll be left at the very end. She says you gain Retinue Maul at the start of the activation phase. If you are in range 1 to 2 of Maul, gain an aim or a dodge token. So that's pretty awesome. You got to be close to Maul. And so, you know, since she's going to excel at range 2, this probably means you need to be close to a very offensive Maul. So if Maul wanted to stay back, not going to work. Of course, Maul is generally pretty offensive, and the new Maul seems to be about the same. So this is just a very aggressive unit that wants to be close range. Almost all of these guys want to be up in close range. I'd say the marksman's probably the only one who kind of wants to hang back, you know, and not even back too far, but hang back. But you know, I'm surprised that these guys are actually able to have a pretty good range 3 attack. So let's go back to here a little bit. Respectable range 3 attack. I thought they were going to be just range 2. But they've got the, you know, the both options. They're lacking that offensive surge, but that's going to be, you know, that's going to be about the only thing that they're lacking in, and they can make up for it with the aim tokens. So really good. I'm liking these guys. They're going to be expensive though. You know, 75 points for the Super Commandos, plus 10 points for shield, then 8 points for the jetpack. Hold on, let's pull out the calculator here. So let's just see how expensive these can be. 75 plus 8 plus 10. We're already up to 93. Okay. Then we're going to add plus 4. Let's put emergency transponder on there. Okay. And then put Rook Kast in there. Plus 35. That's 132 already. Now, we haven't even done training yet, right? We haven't done grenades, because I think you definitely want frag grenades in here. Just one single frag grenade, and then you've got surge to crit. You know, so that's 5 more points. That's 5, and then maybe a training. The free move. So we're over 140 points now. If you want to be able to, I mean that's an expensive unit for special forces that'll have only 4 minis. That could be one-shotted. You know, even though you got that defensive surge, you know, a good shot comes through, and your dice just fail you. It can happen. It can happen. But generally, that probably won't happen. You still want to play them cautiously and not rely too much on those dice, but the dice will be there when you need them. But yeah, pretty good stuff. I want to hear what you guys think. Let me know. Mandalorian Super Commandos, they look pretty awesome. It's gonna be really interesting to see how, now that we've got, you know, unit cards for all of the Shadow Collective. Well, like, we were still missing a couple of things, right? We're still missing the upgraded bounty hunters and stuff like that, but we can kind of see how the Shadow Collective is going to play, and they're going to be very aggressive, and you know, like a lot more like death matchy. They seem like they're a lot less objective oriented and a lot more let's kill you oriented, which is going to be wild. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Big thanks to my patrons. You guys are amazing and help make this whole channel possible. So thank you for your continued support. I will talk to you later. Don't forget your Beskar when going out into the rain. Whoosh. What was that?